Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to install macOS Tahoe Beta 2 on VMware Workstation. So, thanks for Ted Richard for collecting the links to download macOS Tahoe Beta 2 using MIDI files. So, So I'll put a link in the description. Make sure to check it. So if you watch my last videos about installing macOS Sequoia on VMware, so there's a tool called Unlocker. But if you didn't watch it, you can watch my video about installing macOS Sequoia on VMware, so you can follow the tutorial to use the unlocker tools, and you can return to this video like install macOS Tahoe Beta 2. Now, let's begin. So, I always prepare the ISO file in my disk, so I don't need to download because it's gonna take a while. Beta 2 contains 19 gigabytes and it takes like 15 minutes on my it takes like about 20 to 15 minutes on my 1 gigabit Ethernet lane. Now let's begin the installations. So the first thing first, like VMware Workstation, it didn't contain Apple macOS, so you need to follow my last tutorial about installing macOS Sequoia. There's a tool called Unlocker. You follow and then you can return this video. Now, you're gonna click on create a new virtual machine. Now you're gonna select your macOS Tahoe Beta 2 location. Now you're gonna choose Apple macOS, so macOS 15 here. So remember, VMware does not contain Apple macOS. Your tool called Unlocker, so we can install macOS. So I will make an example now. I've also put the Unlocker file in the description. Now you're gonna run it as administrator. Now remember your VMware install location and VMware x64. Now tools, you're gonna download tools. Click on patch. If you already patch, it's gonna pop this arrow like this, but don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Now relaunch the apps. Now click on create a new virtual machine again. Now choose your macOS Tahoe Beta 2 file. Now choose Apple macOS and choose macOS 15. Now you're gonna select your install location. I will select my VM machine partition. Now click on new folder. You can name the folder anything you want. Now select your numbers of processor and number of your cores. Now click on power on this virtual machine because if you create the use as Windows, it's gonna automatically power on for you. But this is macOS, so you have to manually click on power on this virtual machine. Now you're just gonna install macOS like normal because I don't have a second graphics card, so please forgive me. It's struggling like crazy. Now first you're gonna choose disk utility. Now you're gonna choose your disk that you create. So here is my 80 gigabytes VMware virtual NVMe disk, my dear. Now you're gonna click on erase. Now remember, choose GUID partition maps and format this thing to APFS. I'm gonna name Tahoe, macOS Tahoe. Now format this into APFS and choose GUID partition map. Now click on erase. Now you click on done. Now click on install macOS Tahoe Beta. Click on continue. Now click on I agree. Now select your disk. So here's my macOS Tahoe disk. Now you're gonna wait. My CPU is activity will up to 100% like crazy, and it really can't handle my macOS. It it can't even handle this thing, so I'll put it here for 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes later, You can see here my VMware machine just froze, and the CPU usage, I know it's always at 100%. Here's the proof. Because I'm running OBS at full settings of quality, so it takes my resources like crazy, and after that even I turn off OBS, it still froze. So if you have a strong enough computer, you can try macOS Tahoe on VMware Workstation. So I'm using a like low-end computer from 2018. If you can see, it can't even run the setup menu of macOS Tahoe Beta. So I think this is the end of the video. So if you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on the like, share button and watch my new video. Now, goodbye.